everyone, I am Theodora and today I'm gonna talk about how Homer used colors. Before I talk about that, please don't forget to subscribe me and like my video, hit the bell so that you can get notified when I upload a video. Thank you! Everything started when a politician named William Gladstone from London, he read Homer's literature and he read most of his books, and then he wrote some other books about Homer's literature, and the reason for this, by the way, it was to make them easier, to make them more understandable so that everyone can understand and appreciate Homer's literature. He discovered something really strange about Homer's usage of color. And that doesn't apply only to Homer, actually, it applies to his contemporaries as well. So it was something about the period. They somehow perceived the world closer to black and white. And although Homer's world and our world can be different, I mean, lots of empires have fallen, risen, have fallen again. Some religions came and then they fade away and then they came, some of them stayed. But colors have always been the same. So how can all this be explained? Let me give you some examples of his usage of colors. Well, first of all, he used the color inos. Inos in ancient Greek, it means wine, and ops is a suffix used to describe, or it's a suffix related to sight, to seeing, and then he used this word inos for the sea. So he said wine-looking sea. Many scholars try to find out some possible answers why he did it like that, why he wrote it like that. Well, some of them claim that it was because of a poetic language. Some people said that it might be written in at sunset, so that might be the reason. But he used this color inops. He used it for oxen and for sheep too. And one other really interesting color is the color chloros. Well, in ancient Greek we know that it means green, and he used this color to describe faces, and more specifically pale faces. When someone was afraid of something, he used this color and he said that their faces were green, were chloros. Well, this can be like a metaphor or something, but he used this thing for fresh twigs and for olive wood club too. So today we know that these things are brown, but he described them as green. Interesting one is that he said he used this color for honey as well. So he said green honey. It is really weird that he never used the color blue. Like, for example, even for the sky, he said some other adjectives like starry, broad, huge, big, some other things, but never blue. However, we see that he uses black and white a lot. So, although he has very vivid explanations for actions, for wars, for islands, for every single thing, we can't see actually colors. It's like his literature is written in black and white, and like I said, this doesn't apply only to Homer, but his contemporaries as well. Some other authors in ancient Greece, they also wrote lots of things in black and white. They didn't use colors. Guaneos is a color used in ancient Greek to mean blue. Well, Homer he used this color once to describe the eyebrows of Zeus, and that was all. Like, just this one. It's insane. According to Gladstone theories, the eye's ability can improve with practice. Then these abilities are passed on the offspring, so to the next generation, let's say. And then people, they become more sensitive to colors. But according to linguists, it's because of vocabulary and vocabulary of a language. In ancient Greek, there were not a lot of words for colors, to describe colors. colors are added at later stages to a language, and if you don't have a specific word for a specific color, it's really difficult to differentiate that color, to perceive that color. So that's why your words are very important. If you have one word in your language, then you have that perception, that meaning, you understand it very easily. Eyes ability can improve with practice. But the thing is, if we don't have the word, we can't differentiate it. We can't find it quickly. As an example for this, I'm going to give you one thing. For example, in Russian and in Turkish, there is a specific word for dark blue. I mean, they don't say dark, but there is a specific word. I don't actually know what they use in Russian, but in Turkish, it's lacivert, for example. You don't say dark blue. So they found out that if you have a word for dark blue in your language, or for any other thing, for any other color actually, you can find out that color, or you can see that color, you can perceive that color easily. I mean, easier than the others who don't have that word in their language. Words are really important. Some languages, we know that they have 100 words to describe the snow, so they are better to differentiate the snow. Don't forget that language and culture, they are inseparable. You can't separate them. This also gives us some clues about ancient Greek language. And yeah, so that was all. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you like it, and see you in another one.